more of the leaders left that 01 division, a little more than a dozen left that 01 division, went and created BLG.
Is that like a hamburger? Oh, no, that's a BLT, mother.
BLT. Yeah, no, it's actually kind of sad. They were going to create a community. They were just, no meetings and no doing anything, and no, we just play. That's all we do. No this, no that. Like, well, correct me if I'm wrong. But what you've created is basically a friends list with ranks, right? I mean, literally, they don't have any meetings. You recruit if you want to recruit. You don't recruit if you don't want to recruit. There's no leadership, as it were, within the ranks. It's just those leaders, and then that's it. Those are the leaders, and that's all the leaders there is. And they make up whatever title or rank for themselves that they want. And that's it. Last I checked, they were sitting somewhere around 12 to 15 on their count. They were sitting around 100 maybe for a month, if that. And then people just started dwindling out. After they left us, they held their numbers for a few days, and then one or two started to dwindle here and there. And then over the course of about a month, they lost a bunch of people over to XRT, which is, exactly what I had planned. I was just trying to milk the good members out of BLG and get them into XRT, and that was successful because, that was a friend and an ally, so they weren't going to be working towards hostilities that way. And I got all the smart ones, all the guys that were good leaders that just followed the propaganda out of BLG and over into XRT, and since I've done that, some of them have actually come back from XRT back over to LHR. So
how is Raptor doing with his XRT?
Raptor's doing good. He's doing well. They're growing a little bit. Tommy Guns, same thing. He's doing well.
I try to develop those guys.
They're growing and
trying to develop those guys. They're good leaders. We're good.
They're slowly growing. It's just that they're not just going out and recruiting. They grow as they grow. They're not really doing anything right now insofar as motivational growth or leadership, things of that nature. And so some of the members are leaving there and coming back to LHR again, frustrated because the leadership's not doing anything. But, a lot of it, they're focusing a little less on the leadership and a little more on the gameplay.
They're your allies?
And trying to stay pro a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. I made an allyship with them right away because I didn't want INC I didn't want Diablo to get pissed off and go after them while we're in the alliance. And basically, whenever I made the alliance with INC, the bulk of it was with those leaders, those core leaders. And Diablo is the only leader in INC that I made an alliance with, really. I don't even know any of the other leaders in INC. And he's back now, by the way, trying to rebuild INC. He's working on it a little bit of time, But,
maybe we should set up some kind of treaty with those people.
With XRT?
Yeah, with XRT.
It couldn't hurt. Thank you. It couldn't hurt. They're,
INC was occupied by MEA at one point. That's when we trained and developed the leaders.
Right.
They're good guys, man. I like them. They do.
Well, that's the bulk. XRT is the bulk of the leadership that was INC. And the only original leader that you'd probably even know from INC is probably going to be Tommy Gunn.
Yeah, Tommy Gunn. I like him.
He's frustrated with MEA right now.
Yeah, why is that?
Not seeking renewal on the alliance there.
Well, we're not allies with them. We don't have any relationship with them, like diplomacy with them.
Right. They just didn't renew. Right. And, well, he asked me, will you still honor the alliance thing here, blah, blah, blah. And I said, well, I don't see a reason why not, as long as, you're holding up your end of the deal. I don't see a reason why not. My point of view on that is, there's no sense in causing an aggression with them when there's nothing there. in all reality, either A, he'll build it back and make it strong again, and it'll be good to have, an allyship with them, or B, it'll just do as I suspect it's going to do, and that's just fade away.
Why does Tommy Guns have why is he upset with MEA?
Not Tommy Guns,
Diablo.
Diablo, yeah.
Well, we tried to aid them, dude, but he ignored our for a whole month. We were just spamming
Dude,
him.
it was 2 months. It was 2 months. He said he was away because he got shot. He said, well, I got shot. I got shot twice. I got shot in the leg and in the thigh or in the abdomen or something. I don't know.
You can't say we didn't try to help him. We tried to help him. We kept.
Well, I agree 110%. And I explained that to him as well. I said, look, dude, you got to understand. You're saying, ooh, I got shot. I couldn't be here, blah, blah, blah. Man, I got laid up. I got hit by a truck. I got T-boned on my motorcycle by an SUV. Broke everything from my toes to my tibia. I mean, it microfractures through every single bone all the way up through there. I mean, it just destroyed everything. I couldn't walk for weeks and weeks and weeks, maybe a couple of months. And 2.5 months before I was up and about. And so, where is the excuse? I've been here all this time running my community nonstop, continuing with the growth, handling problems. We come up, we lose a group of members that go and splinters off to do a new community, and, we regroom and regrow, etc., damage control. I've been here the whole time. So, it's just, you got shot, I got hit by a truck, I don't see a great deal of difference, I've been shot, it ain't that big a deal. My thumbs still work, I can still talk and maintain communications on Xbox Live.
I think what happened was he was too embarrassed to come back so soon.
I agree.
Just fell apart right in front of his face.
I think he saw it going away. He saw the other leaders had more sway, more influence, and he didn't want to have to fight the fight. But I'm speculating.
Well, XRT are good friends with some of the forefathers in MEA.
Mm-hmm.
So if they ever want to open up diplomatic relationships with us, the offer's there. So the forefathers would handle it.
I think right now they're looking to just kind of sit and do their thing. They don't necessarily want to put an obligation because, if they get into anything with MEA, they'll have an obligation to it. And I think right now, like I said, they said whenever I was talking to them, they weren't really looking to get into an alliance whenever I did what I did with them. But I did it as a defensive measure, preemptive, because that would have precluded anybody in the alliance having to get involved in it. And that was, the ultimately deciding reasoning. They weren't even looking to get into an alliance with me whenever I did. But we all saw the reasons for it, and so we went ahead and did it. I think once they grow a little more, I think they're wanting to stay focused on trying to get their sponsorship stuff. Once they grow a little more, they get a little bit of size, make their name, basically, then at that point, I'm figuring that's where they'll be interested in getting into the alliance.
Dark Ultra is going to be occupied by MEA?
Are we talking as a courtesy, or are we talking full-fledged?
No, it's a courtesy thing.
Okay. I figured that was coming way back whenever Shadow was talking about his need for an absence.
Kind of cool, actually. Were they? Our allies, they've been our allies for 5 years. Well, actually 4 years. Are a smaller community. They're more of infiltration, ghosting, specialized in that kind of black ops stuff. And their leader is going to take an absence, but it's going to be a long time, at least 6 months. So the second in command, working something out with MEA, occupied by us. They won't really be allies, they'll just be more of an occupied territory. We'll oversee them. The favor. The friendship thing, we're doing it as, the favor. Cool.
As a courtesy thing, leadership on
Yeah,
loan.
They've backed us up, man. Even when we had that war with you guys years ago, NATAS, they were there for that too. Long time.
They've been around for a while?
Been around for a while, but he doesn't. The thing about people shadow, he doesn't like recruit like the way we do. He kind of keeps it isolated, small. Easier for him to govern it, you know.